Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning to you. Thanks as always for starting off your mornings here with us on Mississippi Live Weather. Kicking it off with our visibility concerns out the door this morning. We dealt with some pretty widespread dense fog earlier this morning. I say patchy now if you're coming from our push alert to the app, because take a look at visibility now. If you were with us at the 6:30 hour, you know this was a lot more widespread. We saw a lot more zeros on the map, talking about up to 0 miles of visibility. Now starting to break up a little bit across the area. So that's some good news. Still seeing some zeros popping up from Eupora over into Oktibbeha County. Same story over in Lafayette County, over into Lee County. So we know there's still some areas setting up that we're seeing some patchy dense fog leading to visibility concerns. But the good news is it is getting better, and it's going to continue to get better as the sun does start to rise. Take a look at this camera over in Lee County and Tupelo. Usually we can see the ground on this and can see the city of Tupelo just sitting right below where that blue horizon is. We saw some patchy dense fog right here setting up. It's now kind of rising through the camera. So it's starting to rise. It's starting to dissipate. So that's some good news. Temperatures in the 40s there in Tupelo. So we are starting off warmer. Take another live look over in Blue Springs. Not seeing it too close to these MDOT traffic cameras, but you can still see some settling off in the distance, especially in this top left corner out there in Blue Springs. Again, temperatures 41 degrees, so not as cool, but dealing with those patchy dense fog concerns. So here's the thing: if you run into some patchy dense fog, make sure to take it slow out there this morning. Keep your beams on low. Still some pretty big concerns the further outside you go of places outside, meaning outside of town. Sorry, can't get my words together this morning. Roadways out there. So just make sure to be careful. This is over in Saltillo. Definitely seeing this show up more than all of our other cameras. These MDOT traffic cameras, you see it looking at 45, all different directions out there this morning. Definitely seeing cars kind of drive off in the distance, and then you can't see them anymore because they drive into that fog. So still seeing it set up in places, still a concern out there. Temperatures 41 in Saltillo as well. So just want to make sure you're aware of that, not only on our visibility map, but you can see it right here for yourself on those MDOT traffic cameras, just to be careful out on the roadways this morning. Temperatures right now, as I showed you all across the area, mainly in the 40s. We are warming up. Some 30s still hanging on in places like Marshall County, Alcorn County, Tishomingo County, Prentiss County, but most of us in the 40s, 42 in New Albany, 43 in Oxford, even some places in the 50s from Cleveland over into Greenville, over in the Delta, middle areas in the 40s. That's why I say most of us in the 40s. Over your first 12 hours ahead, all of us going to be getting into the middle to upper 40s by 8. 60s are back by 11, and then the 70s are back yet again this afternoon. We topped off a lot of us in the 70s yesterday. We'll be right back there today in the low 70s throughout your afternoon hours. Good mix of sun and clouds throughout the day as well. And then we'll get into the 60s by 5, and then into the 50s by your 8 o'clock hour. So another pretty warm day out there if you have any plans. Here's a look of what's going on. Nothing really to obstruct your plans today. Not tracking any rainfall out there. More dense cloud cover is well off to our north. Only thing we're tracking is this high pressure system that's just to our south, driving in that moisture, keeping our southerly wind for the day ahead, and keeping cloud cover, kind of a mix of cloud cover. You can see here some higher flying cirrus clouds for the northern half of our area, and some more thicker cloud cover for the southern half. Just two different cloud tops there. You can see that on Futurecast. As we head throughout the day, we'll start to see it dissipate and then build right back in for you. Everybody going to be starting off with a lot of cloud cover. That's going to keep temperatures warmer out there for your Friday morning. Cloud cover, we know, acts as a blanket, keeps that heat insulated in overnight, so not going to be starting off near as cold. As we go throughout your Friday, here's the good news. Clouds will start to break up, and we should see some sunshine prevail as we head into those afternoon and evening hours. So good to go out there for Friday night plans and Friday night football games. Going into your Saturday, again, the only thing I'm tracking is just clouds moving in and out of the area. By the time we're rounding out our Saturday, should see a lot of sunshine. Rain does eventually return to the forecast as we head into our next work week. No rain for the weekend, but rain is on the way as we buckle up into our next work week ahead. We're looking at multiple systems coming down the pipeline that could be bringing some widespread rain into the mix. So we'll talk about what exact days those are going to be falling on. Of course, that's coming up in a full look at your 7-day forecast all after this.
By the time you see the symptoms of lung cancer, it could be too late. Now there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early. If you smoked, get scanned.
The bravest thing that my dad has done has been going back to school.
It wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
The bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning, and happy Thursday out there to you. I'm meteorologist Maggie McAuley in for Mississippi Live Weather this morning. Thanks, as always, again, for tuning in to us and starting off your day with us. I want to give you a live look outside this morning. Take a look over in Amory. Beautiful blue skies out there, dealing with some visibility concerns, but that's about it out the door this morning. Temperatures in the 40s, so a little bit warmer than we started off your day yesterday. Take a look over in Columbus. Want to look at these MDOT traffic cameras, not seeing really any major concerns going into the city of Columbus on 45 through all of these cameras, but visibility concerns we know were down, especially in outskirts of cities. Just know if you're traveling within the area, you might be running into some patchy dense fog. It's beginning to lift, but it's still out in some places, especially Saltillo. We noticed that in that MDOT traffic camera over the last few minutes. So if you run into that patchy dense fog, take it slow. Keep your beams on low. Temperatures already in the middle 40s over there in Columbus. It's going to be a warmer day ahead. Let's talk about your airport delays this morning before we get into your overall forecast. Still tracking delays out there. Major delays still happening in our top 3 airports that we've seen the past few days. That is Phoenix, into Chicago, and LaGuardia being our main 3 airports in the lower 48 of all those international airports ongoing. Those are the 3 with the most delays out there this morning. So know anybody that's traveling in those 3, make sure they keep an eye on their flight status. And you probably need to keep an eye on your flight status either way if you're heading in and out of the area on the airways. Sticking here in North Mississippi, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the middle 50s at 9, 60s by 10, middle 60s out there by 11. Another warm day out here, okay? Foggy start, but a warm afternoon ahead. We're talking about all of us seeing highs in the low 70s. Further south you go, you could even see the middle 70s. So definitely a warmer day out there leading to warmer days ahead. Take a look at your high temperatures out there for Friday. A lot of us falling in the middle 70s. So we continue to go up a few degrees every day. Low 70s today. Middle 70s tomorrow, even some upper 70s, 78 in Greenwood on Friday, 78 in Belzona, 78 in Water Valley, 76 in New Albany. Just a warm day to round out your work week. As for your high school game of the week presented by KC Lott, we'll be at the Okolona and Faulkner game, covering that game. But no matter where you are on your Friday night, looking like a great evening for some football. Temperatures still in the upper 60s by pregame forecast. Temperatures in the 60s by halftime. and in the 50s by the time you're rounding out those games. So not as cold as we saw last Friday, but still a great evening to get out and enjoy it. If you're wondering what is the temperature pattern, what is the overall pattern that we're going to be seeing in the weather department going ahead, you know red's on the map. You know what that means. We're looking at warmer than average conditions coming back and sticking in the forecast. We're already seeing them out there today. We're looking at them sticking around as we head over the next 6 to 10 days, so the 19th through the 23rd. Looking at above average conditions kind of settling in, the most above average in the southeastern United States into the Gulf Coast, and that just kind of spreading out from there. So definitely warmer than average conditions sticking in our forecast, along with wetter than average conditions coming back as well. We know we're going to be seeing rain into our next work week. So yes, we're going to be seeing above average precipitation outlook as we head over the next 6 to 10 days as well. So if you're looking for your pattern as we head after the weekend, I would say wet and warm. Going to have your rain gear handy. Definitely not going to need the coat out there. So here's look at your 7-day forecast. You can see the details of that. 73 today, middle 70s for your Friday. We take it to the upper 70s on Saturday. So if you got any Saturday plans, that's the warmest of your next 7. Middle 70s out there by Sunday. We keep it dry through the weekend. However, rain does return in full force into your work week. Model's still very inconsistent. Just want to be honest with you this morning. Very inconsistent about the rain chances for next work week. Not necessarily on if we're going to see rain, because I fully believe we are going to be seeing rain into your next work week, but more inconsistent on the specific days and times that rainfall is going to be. So I just want to encourage you to keep checking up with the forecast if you got any plans next week. If you're maybe trying to plan around this rainfall, just keep tuning in day to day as we get new model runs in. Hopefully they will become more specific and consistent with each other as we go over the next coming days. But one thing you just need to know is, yes, we are going to be seeing rain into your next work week. The question is just which day will be the wettest. So keeping rain chances for mainly the start to the middle portion of your next work week ahead. Again, keep checking up with that forecast and keep checking up with us here on Mississippi Live Weather. We'll be live one more time this morning at 7:30, bringing you everything you need to know. Your full weekend forecast is coming up, and of course, all of those football game forecasts as well. So we'll see you in the next 15 minutes.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.